I'm so sorry I'm late, everyone. I was so close to being on time, and then the dogs. It's always the dogs. But what is up, all you little demons in training? It's weird going live this time of day. I don't usually do this. What's up, Unfollowed? Ines, Scotty, Amber, Lion Mama, Nick, Queen Ashley Libster, hey Lickety, Cat, what are you making us to eat? Twisted Halo, Paisley did a literal love bomb. Amy, Inselix wants a sandwich. He's so mean to me. L. Kennedy, taste the rainbow. I don't know why he's so mean. I give him sandwiches every chance I get. It's never enough. So, it's been a while. Lots happened over the past couple of weeks. Just another day in paradise. Hello, Dukes. I got doxxed. That was fun. But I don't know. Like, I went 4 years, right? Without it. So, yay, Tina the Tooth. Aw, thank you, Incelex. Okay, maybe he doesn't hate me. So, the whole doxing thing, this is my reaction. From day one, I have never, ever doxed anyone. I have never been involved in any of that shady shit. So if any of you people come for me, show up over here, I've always said I'm going to see it as you coming for my kids. And because I do not engage in all those shady ass activities, I guess we can say that I have a pretty good leg to stand on. So keep that in mind before any of you guys decide to make a trip up here, down here, over there. Just don't do it. Like, I don't mess with you guys like that. So I would appreciate it if you don't mess with me like that. My kids didn't sign up for this. My family didn't sign up for this. And that's all I'm going to say about it. You're not going to get the reaction out of me that you were hoping for. It's just not going to happen. Nothing you say about me or say to me will ever cause me to stoop down to some of the levels that you guys stoop to. Thank you, Twisted Halo. Nicolina's been a member for, gosh, it's been a month already. That is kind of cool. Who else? Spectral. Thank you, guys. Salacious activities. There was it was bad enough when Tooth doxed me, right? Like, whatever. She did it because this bitch, this crazy loon, thinks that I'm involved in child trafficking, and she thinks I'm involved with the Hampstead, whatever the hell that is. Honestly, I've heard of it, never really given it much thought, never looked into it. That kind of crime, those kind of crimes were just never my thing. So I never researched any of that crap. But if she really thinks that, then Tina, I am going to need you to get all of your proof together. And I will send you the contact information for my law enforcement and tell you exactly who to talk to. Stop running your mouth about shit like that unless you're ready to back it up. I challenge you to that. Please get your proof of that and do something about it. Otherwise, you don't stand for shit. You're nothing. All these great things you talk about doing and that you advocate for, you are nothing. You are a vagabond who lives on someone else's property in the woods. You wipe your ass with tree bark. Get off my jock or cough up some proof. Somebody else became a member of Paisley. Queen Ashley, thank you. We're just one big happy family here. But I have ruffled some feathers. Lips, the ever so gracious loser that she is, sent a screenshot and someone got mad at me because they thought I was cheering on whenever someone drove down their street. And honestly, to this day, I still don't know who it is. I couldn't tell you with any certainty who it was. Why couldn't I tell you that? Because even at the time of that screenshot, I just really didn't know much about it. I was in my own world, doing my own thing in my own real life. Wasn't even really around in chat that much, I think, for like a 2-week span. And when I was, it was very like little bursts, I guess you could say. And I really didn't comment much about that situation at all. So the screenshot shows something like, I hadn't seen some people in a chat. I had been looking to see if they would give a hint. Now, I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my reading comprehension is just on another level that just isn't conducive with most people. But to me, if I were just to read that, I probably wouldn't know what the hell it was about, honestly. But let me tell you what it was actually about. I had only heard that it happened, right? I heard that it happened. I heard of 2 possibilities that it could have been. Wasn't sure of which it was, to be quite honest. And I wasn't even quite 100% convinced that it had happened. I thought that, someone could just be messing with someone. That it's not like that never happens around here. So when I said I hadn't seen anyone in chat, that was because in my mind, I'm trying to work out, okay, well, if nobody's been around, then it's quite possible that, yeah, it actually happened. Still don't know who did it. That's why I was trying to see if anyone was in chat, to see if anyone would drop a hint as to who it could be. Did I have a good reason for that? No, I was just nosy. Just good old-fashioned human curiosity. That typically happens when you see a situation unfold. You naturally want to find out what the conclusion is. I'm just going to make a blanket statement. If anyone ever shows up to your house uninvited, protect yourself. Whether you feel in danger or they're threatening you or they're harming you, then do what you got to do. If it means calling law enforcement, do that too. But when all is said and done, if you bring that shit to YouTube, on either side, the victim or the person who does it, people are going to be curious. So if my curiosity upset you, I do apologize. I just wanted to know. That's all. It wasn't like I was saying, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that happened. No, that shit's insane and should never happen. Even if you're my mortal enemy, I hope that shit never happens to you. I hope that you never have to feel threatened in your sanctuary. I hope you never have to feel like your kids are in danger. Now, I know a lot of people are probably just wishing that they had the balls to come up here and talk to me or whatever. I don't know. But it always turns into, well, you know whose fault it is. Okay. This is that opportunity. And I will say it for you. It's all Nicolina's fault. No, it's not. You guys hate me because, let's be honest, none of you assholes can say that I have ever done a damn thing to you. Not a single one of you. Because I know how to fucking act right. I know what boundaries mean. And I can only control me, right? I've heard a few people squawking about that the last couple of days. Well, you know what? That shit works for everyone, too. Don't be sitting over there all high and mighty acting like y'all never do anything wrong. You will literally sit there and bitch for hours and hours and hours about all the nasty shit that Nick or so-and-so does. And at the same exact time, in real fucking time now, you're either doing the same shit yourself or you have people in your chat saying things that are just as vile, if not worse. But hey, it's all good, right? Because you guys are just keeping it cute and classy over there. Give me a fucking break. You are about as classy as Half Price Night in the fucking gutter slut industry. But hey, be fucking winners. If it makes you feel better, go ahead. Because all your fucking halos are broken. I have never, not one single time, claimed that I am fucking better than anyone else. I don't look at people like that. I don't care about your real lives. I don't judge you as a person as a whole. I judge people based on the shit that I see and hear on this platform. And even then, none of you can say that I come on my channel and I sit here and call you out by name and say all this horrible shit about you or talk about your traumas or talk about your families. Never happened. Not once. But I'm the fucking, what did Katie call me? Weird. I'm so weird. Yeah, bitch, I'm a little weird, okay? But you know what, sweetie pie? You're a lot fucking weird. A lot. And we all have our problems. I watched people with their fake ass tears and their fake ass well wishes the other morning. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I'll be damned. You guys should be ashamed. I called it too. I'll admit it. You guys want to know what I say in the Mean Girls chat? That very day, I went in the Mean Girls chat and I said, watch, there are going to be people who are throwing out the hallelujahs and the tears and the hearts, and within hours, they're going to be right back to doing the same vengeful, vile shit that they always do. It didn't even take hours. It didn't take hours. It did not take hours. But hey, I'm the weird one. I'm the one that deserves all this bullshit, right? No. If you think I deserve it, whatever. The only thoughts I can control are the ones I have, and I know what I've done. Have I talked shit in the Mean Girls chat? Absolutely. I can guarantee you that somewhere in this very moment, there are people texting, there are people sitting in a Discord, There are people in a group chat and they're probably talking shit about me too in this very moment because they hate me so much. Why? Because I'm friends with Nick. Okay. I'm sorry that makes you mad. But just to let you know, we're different. I'm not like you guys because I can look at one of you and say, okay, I like this person. I don't care for their friends, but you know what? It's not about their friends with me. And trust me, don't get me wrong. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't need any more friends. I don't need any more people to just take up space or take up my energy. That's why I don't go live every single day. Every time someone says something about me or gets their knickers in a twist, I don't feel compelled to talk about it. I could have gone live and raged and ranted and cried and poured out my heart the day I got doxxed, but you know what? I didn't. Because in the end, whether you want to believe it or not, those who grab up a name or grab up an address or they decide they don't like someone and they do all this digging and all this searching to gather all this shit together to one day humiliate them or try to embarrass them or, emotional manipulation. I was never a saint, okay? I've made mistakes in my life. I have lived through and survived things that would make you guys crumble at the knees. So if you look into me and you're expecting to find this stellar thing, you're not going to. I was a wild ass young adult. And you know what? I had a lot of fun. But I also had to learn a lot of lessons from those mistakes. So do I regret those mistakes? I regret the people that I hurt along the way. I don't regret the choices that I made at that time because those lessons are part of what give me the ability to sit here. And even though you guys irritate the shit out of me, I'm still able to address you with humor and pure thought and honesty. So maybe had I not gone through some of that shit, my personality might be completely different. But you know what? None of us around here are perfect. And those of you that wake up every day thinking you are sadly mistaken. Now, another big point of contention towards me seems to be my pictures. Cry me a river, okay? Have you guys seen some of the actual creators behind some, even the AI pictures? Because I have a few AI pictures too. The picture you're looking at right now is AI, but you know what? That's my whole ass face. So you guys want to keep beating a dead horse about a horrible little clip or a horrible screenshot taken from that clip? Go right ahead. But I can guarantee you that in some cases, I could probably steal your boyfriends that you haven't even met yet. So there's that. So as you're stalking me and being creepy and going through my Facebook and you're like, oh my God, that's her. Yeah, a lot's changed over the years. A lot. I've put a lot of work into myself, not just physically, but internally too. I know there's a few people in the community who read tarot cards. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a little bit of advice when it comes to things like that, because I would never, some of you, I would never, never, if you ever mentioned wanting to read my cards, I would turn around and run so fast because you're tainted. The negative energy radiates off of you. Okay. It's obvious that some of you have, if you paid attention to my community post a couple of days ago, you saw something about the moon and the retrograde being over. Everyone always asks when people start getting all crazy, is it a full moon? sometimes, but full moons don't necessarily bring out the crazy in people. You kind of have it twisted. But if you are not utilizing the lunar calendar and doing the energy work on yourself, you have absolutely zero business whatsoever even thinking about reading someone else's cards. You need to be a pure vessel. You need to ground yourself. You need to cleanse yourself. You can't be up there talking crap about someone at 9:30 in the morning and get all ragey and pissed off and then try to read someone's cards at 12 o'clock. You can't be like, I'm on my lunch break. Let me read your cards real quick. That's horrible. So this retrograde, if nobody knows what a retrograde is actually for, that is when you get rid of things in your life that no longer serve you. You start to take a moral inventory. Some of you obviously don't know what that is, but it's where you really look at yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself too. Now, I guess no, you did not start doing squats thanks to me. You guys, I do a lot of squats a week. You have no idea. But when you remove the negativity and the stagnant energy, the things that no longer serve your growth or your purpose on this earth, so you can make room for the new, but you'll never be able to grow or allow the new things into your life if you're sitting stagnant in that angry, negative energy that consumes most of you. Yes, Todd, Mercury retrograde just ended. That can cause a lot of conflicts if you're not careful, but if you know how to deal with a Mercury retrograde, you'll be fine. Sometimes they can be a little rough, though, depending on what you have going on in your personal life. But all of that is like for a completely different live stream. But yes, good point. So Jupiter is stationed direct now. This is your blank canvas. This is your opportunity to become the person that you are meant to be. Now, if some of these people that I see on the daily, if that's who they're meant to be, well, okay, you do you, honey boo boo. It's real simple with me. Very simple. Even if I dislike you, I don't have to try to verbally annihilate you or try to prove that I'm better than you. I don't have to do all that. I don't have to put on a show. And that is also something that comes with Jupiter being stationed direct, is all of the untruths, all of these little games and these little shows that people put on, all that shit comes to an end. Because anyone who has done the work on themselves are going to start seeing things for what they are. So some of your luck may run out. Who knows? I can't tell you what the universe has in store. I can't even tell you what it has in store for me. I can tell you that I make sure that I wake up with a new heart and a new mind every day, ready to receive whatever comes my way, even if it means people on YouTube not liking me. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass. I mean, you guys can't even prove that. There's no proof out there of me sharing messages between people. I don't play those games. I don't know what you all think of me, but I can tell that some of you really have it wrong. And the funny thing is, as someone said the other day during their live, I know what all those bitches are thinking. Really? Because you had the opportunity to talk to me, ask me some questions, and get my opinion. That's another thing that's always funny to me is I have never had I'm going to re-chat in just a second. I promise. I'm going to come up for air, but I'm on a roll. None of these people have ever like actually talked to me. They've never said, hey, Chasing, what do you think about this? They only know the little bits and pieces that I tell them. And I know that someone has an issue with me saying, well, I don't agree with the real life stuff. I don't. That's a true statement, which is why, now write this down if you need to. I don't agree with it, which is why I don't do it. Hey, Callie. Welcome. Everyone, be nice to her. Okay, you guys are always pretty good in my chat, so let's not ruin that streak now. So if everyone wants to hate me based on the little bits and pieces that you get on YouTube, that's great. I purposely only give little bits and pieces because I guard myself. You think I am just going to openly throw out on the table every thought that rolls through my head? No, I'd be live 24/7. Nobody got time for that shit. And at the end of the day, none of this shit matters. None of it matters. Can you honestly say that because you got to say all this horrible shit about Nicolina's vagina, that your life was improved that day? If you can honestly tell me that just being horrible, because don't get me wrong, yes, Nick has said some nasty shit. She said something yesterday I didn't necessarily, or the day before, whatever day it was, that I didn't necessarily agree with. You might want to write that down too, folks. I didn't agree with it, but you know what? I have watched that woman had shit talk. She has been leaving people alone. But you guys love to keep it going, right? You love to just keep it going. It's sick. So when anybody, it doesn't matter if it's Nick, it doesn't matter if it's me, it doesn't matter if it's anyone, whoever it is, if you keep poking and poking and poking at that person, they are going to react. And when they do, you love it. You live for it. I think a lot of you, some of you, it's orgasmic, I think. I really do. I don't understand it. I don't like to hurt people's feelings. I'm just not wired like that. Can I do it? Hell yes. I'm a smartass. I'm also a Leo. But I don't wake up determined to do it. When people make mistakes, sometimes it's probably going to depend on who it is, because a lot of people have kind of just, ugh. But sometimes I genuinely feel bad for them. Like, okay. I don't like it when anyone's deceased relative or loved one is brought up and talked about. You know why I don't like it? Because it's happened to me. So all of you assholes out there who have suffered the same types of trauma, some way worse than others. Like I had a traumatic death in my family. My brother-in-law was hit and killed by a 17-year-old drunk driver when he was like 500 feet away from his front door. He just walked to the store to get cigarettes and then got hit. And he was killed. That shit just happened 4 years ago. But it's a trauma. And because I've gone through that, among other deaths too, it's not just that one, I don't go out here and use that shit as weapons against other people. So I don't know. I'm the crazy one. And I know I say that a lot. Maybe I'm the one that is just thrown the fuck off in the head. There are so many things going on in the world. And I know that each and every one of us are all fighting our own battles in our own lives, no matter how small they are. So at some point, all you grown ass adults around here, I always hear, and I do what I want, I'm grown. I'm fucking grown too, you know? But I still give myself guidelines within which to live, you know? Like I set boundaries for myself. I treat people accordingly. If you don't like me, it's simple. I'm very easy to deal with. You don't talk to me, and I promise I won't talk to you. If my presence makes you so uncomfortable that you just can't help it, you can't control yourself, and you have to talk shit to me just to try to get something started, that's a you problem, sweetie. That's not a me problem. That's all on you. You need to learn some self-control. But it must not be my presence that pisses everyone off, because I'm usually sitting in a lot of chats with most of you all the time. Even if I'm not there for the entirety of a live stream, I'm there at some point listening and reading some of the disgusting ass things that you people say, all while you say, oh, Nick's so bad. Okay, moving on, because this is a hot topic lately. Kids. When the hell did kids become such a normal thing around here? And don't any of you say, well, Nick did. No. Because all of you people, all of you former mean girls, all of you former friends, you all were right there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that you are not friends with her anymore. It was okay with you. This is how I know that you don't really have any strong convictions about it. Okay. This is the first hint, is because the same things that you say are not okay for Nick to do today, they were okay with you then, right? You didn't say, hey, Nick, you're my friend. Do not do this. That never happened. That you guys didn't think about that, huh? Everyone wants to say, well, I'm not friends with her anymore. I've seen the error of my ways. I'm a changed person. Bullshit. No, you're not. You do the same shit. You just do it with a different group of people. Stop kidding yourselves. You're just as nasty and mean and vile, if not worse, than you were a year, 2 years ago. It's insane to me how you guys are so convinced. And I don't even know where it became a you guys and a us guys and a them guys and a we guys. What the fuck is that? I swear to you, some days logging onto YouTube, it's like walking home from the bus stop with my sixth grader. And the stories she tells me about what goes on in middle school. This is what we're acting like, guys. And we're raising children. Well, I'm not, my children are great. I went to honors assembly today for honor roll for my kid. The other two are grown, just starting their careers, doing fine. So it's nuts. Okay. It looks a little sus. I don't know. Like, yeah, I say smart ass things about a lot of you. I do. I admit it. I'm sorry, but not really. I just get caught up in the moment, you know? But I don't attack anyone's character. I did call Katie a chupacabra. I own that. To this very day, like Katie never used to have a problem with me. And since I called her a chupacabra, I am living in demon's asshole or something. I don't know. It's all good because it tells me everything I need to know about you. All of you people that are judging me, not based on me or who am I as a person. Because let's be honest, none of you guys have taken time to really ask any questions, but you think you know what I'm thinking all the time. So you keep thinking that. Thank you again, Incel Eggs. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to buy the good bread for your sandwiches. You are awesome. You have no idea. That helps out so much because my two girls, they both have birthdays next month. And then I'm like hit with Christmas right after that. But it's okay, you know? It's okay. In my family, we're like, because I'm like all artsy and stuff, you know? And both my girls are too. And we always make each other a Christmas present every year. It is so much fun. And I'm going to interrupt because I'm going to tell you guys something about myself, right? Listen up. One of our traditions on Christmas Eve, every Christmas Eve, I cook the same thing. I make chili in the crock pot, and we have chili haystacks for dinner, which is Fritos with chili, and then like all the toppings, cheese, onions, bacon, sour cream, all that good stuff. Whatever you want to put on it. So that's what we eat for dinner. And then for dessert, I make apple dumplings, and I make them homemade with, I just slice up apples. I wrap it up in crescent rolls. And then you take a cup of sugar, a cup of orange juice, and a stick of butter, melted. Mix all that crap up. Pour it over. Sprinkle it with some cinnamon. Pop it in the oven at 375 until golden brown. So we do that, and then we exchange one Christmas present on Christmas Eve. Always the same thing every year. It's our special ornament because ever since the kids were teensy babies, everyone gets a special ornament in my house. And it's usually like the oldest girl, she did dance. So like while she was in high school, her ornaments were all dance related. My son is into games, so he got like game controllers and food, stuff like that. But it was always a special ornament that fit their personality, or it was like an initial for their name. But it always had the year on it somewhere. So when they move out, they will have enough ornaments to decorate their own tree. I'm getting all sappy because I don't want to think about them leaving. I want them to stay with me forever. I've been talking a lot and fast. I do that sometimes, you guys. I'm a little like crazy. Blah, 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 blah. I've always been like that. You know what? I hate StreamYard because it only lets you see 2 comments at a time. So first of all, I want to say thank you, everyone who has come in. I'm happy that you're here. Even those of you that are in the bushes that aren't my fan. Thank you for being here because you're here to gather things to talk shit about and make content out of. But at the same time, you are helping my channel. And I appreciate it. I can sound really country sometimes. You guys have no idea. I can't do this. Trying to read these 2 comments at a time when it says new comments on top of it. Did anyone ask me anything important? Oh, let's talk about her for a second, Pindar. She has been out of control lately. Okay, this is where we're going to flip the switch, and my snarky side is coming out. Okay? Just fair warning. She has been so in her head lately, and not in a good way. Not like in there trying to logically think things through. I swear. That bitch said that as of January 1st, she was going to be drama free. No drama on that channel. It was going to be all cases. We are here to help the little children. How many children in total, in total, how many children have all of you people who sit here day in and day out willing to go 1,000 extra miles to nail someone's balls to the wall or pick on people that you just don't like? How many of you have actually been involved in something that saves children? Have you saved anyone? Do you know how many people are in all of our areas? Okay, each and every single one of us, myself included, in our little immediate areas, do you know how many people are walking past us every day that need just a fraction of the attention that you guys want to give people on YouTube? Like, you're obviously very good at sleuthing, right? So why not get a registry list in your area? Go undercover. Try to actually do some good. Don't just talk a big talk. I don't do any of that, by the way. I'm not preaching and saying that that's what I do, because I don't. But I also don't come on here claiming that that's what I do. I mean, it's just a thought. I'm just thinking that there are so many other things going on in life, in this crazy world we live in. So many things. So many things that our children have to endure on the daily. Honestly, had I known that the world was going to be this shitty back when I was thinking about having kids, I don't know that I would have wanted to. It would have scared me. I never thought I'd see the day where at schools, you know, like every major door you go through, it's metal detectors and clear backpacks and clear water bottles. I never thought there would be a day where boys would hit girls in school and they just got suspended for a couple of days. And that shit happens. That shit really happens. So when I'm not here biting back and reacting the way all of you want me to, the way you're all trying to get me to, it's because I'm worried about real stuff like that. I'm focused on shit I can control, shit that matters, shit that actually makes a difference in my life. This YouTube stuff doesn't. I know everyone always says that. This YouTube stuff doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter in some area of my life. It matters in the entertainment area of my life. It matters if I need a real time example of insanity. It matters then. Someone had made the comment the other night saying, I don't see how Mean Girls, how they can sleep at night. I sleep just fine. I love to sleep. Yes, it keeps us entertained and busy. You know how much housework and cleaning and just like odds and end projects that I don't want to be doing? No one wants to clean gutters. No one wants to do that. No one wants to scrub toilets. I will have that shit shining though if there's a good live stream going. Like, I'll turn on a good live and next thing you know, my whole house is remodeled or something because I just get lost in it. The shit cracks me up. I will say they will tell you that you should laugh every day, that it's one of the most healthiest things you can do for yourself, and it's free. So I try to laugh as much as possible, and YouTube never disappoints. Never disappoints. Whew, I must have talked really fast tonight because I don't know what else I should talk about. Oh, Miss Priss being all up in her head lately. It's funny to watch. It's hysterical because that's another thing. Listening to some of you talk is like listening to my almost 12-year-old talk. The sayings that you guys use. Stop the cap. I mean, there's so many lately. Mad day. Every day's my day, okay? Can we lose my day? It's an everyday thing. Someone's always pissed off. Why are you just so miserable all the time? This is it. Jupiter is direct. This is the blank slate, people. We could come together as a collective. I'm not saying we all have to sit next to each other, but we can all come together and flip the switch just right now. And just everyone stop. Because honestly, is this going back and forth about shit that Nick did or shit that so and so did or this person did? Does it matter? Can you change it? I mean, at this point, if there are people coming in who haven't heard all this stuff, it's time. 3-4 years later, it's time to let people go search that out for themselves, right? Tell them where to go. If they want to see it, they can go watch it. Otherwise, they can just hop on the train and go to the next station. Why do we have to start over every single time? And just keep going over the same old stuff. Do you not get tired of it? Because sometimes I wish that you guys would change the channel and talk about something else. There's so many other things to talk about. Holy hell. And you try to talk about something positive, right? I've seen people do it. I've done it. You try to talk about something a little different, but then nobody wants to come listen because why? Because you're all sickos. We're all human and we're just designed to want the juicy stuff more. I have always been the type, even when I was doing true crime, I never showed everything. I provided you with resources. I wanted you to learn how to search for things. I wanted you to go see, touch, read, hear. I wanted you to do all of those things on your own. Because how can you form a 100% honest opinion about anything if it's not something you're seeing or hearing for yourself? You can get pretty close when it comes to hearsay or things like that. I just feel like I really try to never make a definitive opinion about anything without seeing or hearing it for myself. That's another one of those boundaries I set for myself. Damn it. Yeah, nobody cares about normal stuff. That's so 2021. I mean, and YouTube changes daily. It's a constant. So I don't get all upset when all these people are like, oh, we're going to be friends for life. This person's never turning on me. It always happens. It always happens. And everyone says that about me, too. Just wait till Nick turns on you and throws you away. Okay? What's she going to do? Be mean to me? Make a phone call? She don't even do that shit anymore, but y'all are convinced she does. So, hey. That's the thing. I have literally seen things go down that just make no sense whatsoever. But they'll still blame her, determined to make it fit. There again, let me repeat, because someone will say, oh, chasing goes along with everything. No, I don't. I don't. But nobody's innocent, right? As much as everyone wants to say, I'm the champion. What are you the champion of? YouTube? Woohoo! Get a little bobblehead or something. Hey, if you get enough subs and all that, like in a few years, a lot of years probably, because this is a little crappy drama community, you can get a little button thingy, a little button picture you can hang on your wall. I'm a big fan of humor too. I'm a huge advocate for humor. I try to find the humor in everything. I try to find the good in everything, even crappy situations. If I just only focused on the negative 24/7, I'd be miserable. I just don't like to be like that. But, it takes a lot less energy to be unhappy and miserable than it does to be happy. But to each their own. Well, you know what? I really don't have much else to say unless someone has any questions. I don't know when I'm going to go live again. I'll probably think of 20 other things I wanted to say as soon as I end. So, maybe we'll go live tomorrow. Halloween's coming. I'm so excited. Let me check the chat one more time. Again, I appreciate all of the new members. I have been on TikTok a lot lately too, a mind of my own. I have been finding much joy. There's these little accounts that keep popping up, and most of their content, if not all of it, are these little like AI toys. There was like crackhead Karen. I saw one today. It was Big Back Betty, which is horrible, right? Because it's making fun of people. Like, I get it. But the crap that people come up with. There was one channel that I found, one account I didn't particularly care for. All of the undertones in their content were all like stereotyping and like racial profiling. I just got that kind of vibe. So they were doing things like baby's first eviction and then baby's first ultimate. It was like a little, those little kid cars, but like on the wheel of it, it had like a plastic boot. And I thought, you know what? No, this is tacky. It was tacky. I just think that stuff like that is so unnecessary. And it was the way they presented it, because, you have the item or the product, and then you have the actor, the model, or whoever, So the people that were playing, the little kid and the parents playing in this car, as you can imagine, they were people of color, and I'm just not down with that. Like, we all bleed the same color blood. We are all one. And that's just the way I see it. Nobody's ever going to change my mind. One more thing that some people can find to be mad about on Mad Day. Okay, I don't see anything. Let me go back down. I am so glad that all of you are here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me go ahead and give her a shout out. I don't usually call people by their names because they like that shit. But I've always been a big believer, if I mention a situation or something that's being done, the guilty party knows who I'm talking about, right? And it's not about everyone else seeing it. It's about them understanding that, hey, I see you. I recognize what you're doing and it's not cool. Maybe you should double check that. That way, there's no big, huge conflict, especially if there doesn't need to be one. But I've said what I had to say, and they can listen or not. No need to always call out name, but mammoth, girl, mammoth, 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 mammoth. damn it. I was cool there with her for a little while. Like, I was getting along with her. She's never liked me. But it's all good. But she's got all her new little friends, her new friends that used to hate her because remember she did all that scamming a couple of years ago. But it's all good. She can do that. No biggie. And hey, she's getting a new computer now. People have been helping her out with that. So, Mammoth, I hope that you get a good computer. If I hear of any sales like at nationwide stores or anything, or if I get any coupon codes in email, I will be happy to share that with you because although I am looking for a new computer, I'm not like trying to get anything fancy. So if I find a good deal on anything, I will let you know. But yeah, she is, she doesn't really talk about anything, right? I've been waiting for her to do all this missing or endangered Indigenous woman series, all those stories that she was going to cover. She promised that never happened. Maybe she meant next New Year's it's going to become drama free. So we only have a couple more months to hear her opinion about the drama stuff. That's always exhilarating. Yeah, I know everyone thinks that there's all this drama. Like anytime they say, oh, someone got kicked out again. Oh, quit being so dramatic. It's really not that serious. Nobody gets kicked out. Yeah, they get escorted on their way, but only after there's been a situation that there was an opportunity to handle in a different way, and they didn't want to do that. So when it gets to a point where everyone's just biting each other's head off and arguing back and forth and you're getting nowhere, it's best to just remove yourself or remove someone else from a situation, right? Well, the easiest thing to do is remove that person because they are patient X. And then, when they leave, then you see their behavior. And I know, like, oh, now that you're away from that person, we like you. Why? What changed in the span of 48 hours with that person? That when they were friends with Nick and the rest of us, they were this horrible person. But just because there was a uproar and people parted ways, now all of a sudden, they're the greatest person in the world. But it backfired, right? It didn't work out for the two people who left recently. Yeah. And everyone wants to say, oh, once you get kicked out or once they're done with you, they're going to mess with you. All this horrible stuff's going to happen. No, what starts happening is you start treating each other like enemies instead of friends. That's how that works. Because, see, once you leave a group, especially around YouTube, you have to have somewhere else to go, right? Very few people can wander the halls alone and do it successfully. Everyone always ends up getting involved in some kind of group. Like, I didn't intentionally go looking for a group to be involved with. That's just how it happened. Why did it happen that way? Because the day I decided to be an adult and actually get along with Nick, because I had no reason not to get along with her. There was never any conflict between us. So once I made the decision because even when all that shady shit was going on that she was doing back in the day, back when all of you were sitting right there agreeing with it, nod your heads. Even back then, there were things that she said or did that made me laugh. Now, were some of the situations as a whole funny? No, absolutely not. But, when she started trying to do a little better and then slowly we just started to mutually, give an olive branch. I think it was kind of a mutual thing. But like, it hasn't changed me. Being friends with her hasn't changed who I am. And because I made the decision to get to know her and befriend her. Now, let's keep in mind, a lot of you were also still friends with her at the time. So that's important to remember. But people that I talk to on a daily basis who really aren't mean to me now, they do participate or say a few comments in chats when I'm being talked about, but they're not like, they just kind of don't talk to me anymore, which is weird. Because I would talk to any of you people that I used to talk to and get along with all the time, some of my day ones who just quit talking to me because of who I hang out with now. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. It just shows me everything I need to know. It shows me who you really are as a person. I don't speak up in people's chats because I just don't feel like I have to go in there and make a smart ass comment and let it be known that I'm there. I don't care. I'm going to hear all the crazy stuff that comes out of other people's mouths or read comments. It's just not that deep. I don't have to make a big scene. I don't have to go troll people. It's just silly. But, I get it. It's YouTube way of life. Not for everyone. But for anyone, I don't care who you are, do not ever presume to think that you are even close to knowing what I think or feel about something. Because, hang on one second. Okay, I'm about to get up because my daughter just got home. But don't even, you don't know what I'm thinking or what I feel about anything. And unless you come ask me, unless you want to have a debate or even just a conversation, then don't worry about what I'm thinking or feeling about anything. The people that are important to me, people that I care about, people that know me, the people that are closest to me, they know. It's all good. I don't need you to be concerned with me. So that's that. I really don't have anything else that I can think of right now. I am going to go hang out with my kiddo and enjoy this beautiful evening. It was so nice all day today. It was only 81 and the humidity was nothing like it normally is. It was just beautiful. I'm so ready for the fall, like the real fall, not the pretend fall that we get down here, the real fall. But I appreciate all of the new members. I appreciate Incelex and his generous contributions to the fund. So, everyone, just chill the fuck out, okay? Okay. Be safe out there. Hug your loved ones tight. Life really is short. In case you haven't noticed, I know that there are a few people that just in our little immediate area who have lost people that they love dearly very recently. One of my good friends just lost her father. I'm not going to say one of my good friends, but someone that I know and I have listened to since day one. And I think she is a very wise woman. And if she is listening, I don't always see eye to eye or agree with everything she says or does, but there's a lot of wisdom there. And you all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to exploit her situation because I cannot even fathom what she is going through. So if you really are a praying person, why don't, instead of you going live immediately or running here or there to go talk about everything I've talked about, why don't you stay off the internet and go put some serious time into sending her some positive vibes or actually praying for her? Because in this moment, she needs all of it she can get. So, to anyone who has suffered a loss recently, I will send all the positivity I can muster up to all of you. And then I can hate you again tomorrow. It's time for some people to grow the fuck up and start looking at the things that really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it was Nick's fault. You guys think that you sound superior when you're running around calling her a demon. You sound like fucking idiots. Okay? You sound stupid. Don't do it. It's not cute. It's not classy. She's a person just like the rest of you. And I never typically get on a high horse and go hard for anyone. You don't ever see me on here defending anyone. I'm going to take a minute and, I'm going to defend her. You know what? I'll even go out on a limb here, okay? Is everyone sitting down? You might want to. Because at the same time that I am going to say, Nick has done some horrible shit. Things that for some people may not be unforgivable or may not be forgivable. May just be too far gone. Never want to have a conversation with her. That's fine. She's human. And in a lot of situations that she's done horrible shit or said horrible shit, like the other day, yeah, it was wrong. It was wrong that she said that. But you know what? Purple Rainstorm was running that fucking mouth too. And she was just one. Yeah, I was El Kennedy. I don't do that. I don't need to. I don't need to come defend anyone. This is the freaking internet. And I have some strong-minded friends. And if they do something, they know that they might possibly, I'm going to answer you in a second, Kaylee. They might possibly face backlash. But damn, if you can't handle it, they're not going to come to me and say, come defend me. What good is it going to do? They'll just log the fuck off. I don't need to defend anyone. I don't need anyone to defend me. If I'm going to get on here and act a fool, I damn well better be ready to deal with whatever comes afterwards. Like, I'm not stupid. This isn't my first day. Let me get this question. Well, thank you, Kaylee. I'm glad that you're like taking some time, because there was a time like I couldn't stand her. I hated Kaylee. Not really hate, because I don't really hate anyone, but I thought, man, who is this coming over here? But you know what? I was there a lot. I think I'm getting sick, you guys. I was there a lot listening. And there were things that a few of us like mutually agreed on. And that's the thing. God bless. You guys have all this time in the world. I got a text saying you had asked a question, so I'm trying to find it. Can you type your question again? Because I'm not seeing it when I scroll back up. I'm sorry. And I know I said I was getting off, and I will in a minute. But we have all this time in the world to be mean and hateful to each other. Imagine if we all just took 5 minutes and just went and actually listened to someone speak or someone's thoughts about real things, just little bits at a time. You don't have to roll in and be like, hey, I'm here. I think that people would be surprised if they ever took the time to actually just kind of get to know each other, that they might find that they can get along well with others. But hey, I'm not holding my breath for that shit to happen. Okay. I can only see part of the notification. Something. Okay. A debate. Yeah. I'm always down to do that. The only thing with me is I do have a child in school, so I don't I typically go live earlier in the day and I'm done by the time she gets out at 4 o'clock. So it would have to be something in the daytime, or it would have to be very well pre planned if it was going to be like on a weekend or something. I think that this community needs more of that. That is not saying that everyone has to walk away being best friends or even liking each other. But why? If all of you are running around talking about having multiple degrees and, we're all smart in our own way. We all have something to bring to the table. We all have our strengths and talents. Sorry, that's just the way humans are built. I mean, we're all gifted with things that we're good at. So just imagine if everyone just used all of that energy and time just, for something positive. It'll probably never happen. But I think there need to be, if we can get up there 5, 6 deep for 7 or 8 hours talking about people and ridiculing them and just completely obliterating them, every ounce of their being. Why can't all these champions and winners and multiple degree holders and, all these brilliant geniuses get up on a panel, act their own age, and have an adult discussion? It happens all the time. You see it on all the major news networks. Debates and talks, and you bounce ideas off each other. Hell, you just might learn something. I might learn something. Imagine if I were to let me just pick someone at random. Holy hell. Oh. Okay, let's say that me and Traders did do that debate. Wouldn't that be some shit if I learned something from her, though? Wouldn't it be the shit if she learned a little something from me? Hell, even if all you learn is how someone actually thinks about something. I love to learn. I am a nerd. I read all the time. Like, if I don't know something, I want to go learn all I can about it. Because we have the ability to soak up so much information. You think I'm going to waste that on this nonsense? Fuck no. Fuck no. But I'll have a debate with anyone. I'm not opposed to that. We don't have to argue. Damn, y'all are always ready to fight for hours and hours and days. And it's not just once, right? We can't just do it once a day. No, hell no, that's not going to happen. It's going to happen once on this channel for about 2.5 hours. You're going to get a little break to go pee and get something to eat. Then you're going to hop on over to this channel, and then it's going to happen again. You're going to hear all the same insults, all the same points being made, all of this and all of that, all the same people in chat. It's just going to be happening on a different panel. And then maybe if it's a really busy night, they're going to send you directly from that chat, and you're going to go raid this chat because that creator wants to be heard and they want the opportunity to repeat all the shit that the first two people just said. No thanks. Hell no. Hell no. But yeah, Kaylee, we can do that whenever. My email is on my about page. You can email me anytime. And like I said, it's okay. Other creators can do the same. They can have their own little powwows and talk about something that isn't fighting. I don't know. But for anyone who is looking for, stuff to have content about, that's my vote. Like, we need more of that in the community. Let's have adult time. I don't know. That's my opinion. Like, keep in mind, I don't ever expect anyone to think the way I think, feel the way I feel, like the people I like, hate the people I hate. It'll be okay in the end. And Purple Rainstorm, I can guarantee you that I sleep very well at night. Very well. So I will see all you hypocrites later. Not you guys. And I mean, let's be honest, we're all hypocrites at one point in time. We all do hypocritical things. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Life is a funny thing. The human makeup is very complex. We are not simple creatures. And you would think that we would realize it by now, right? We would realize that we're not simple creatures. So why do we like to make things so complex? Ay vey, I don't know. Yep, I'm a hypocrite too. But just because I'm looking for someone in a chat because I want to know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what other screenshots Lips sent you of me saying anything at all about that situation. I would think that if she sent more of me saying all this shit about that situation and being so cheery and joyful that happened, no, I think that's shitty that happened. And whoever did it, I don't think they should have done it. There. You were wrong for doing it. Whoever facilitated it, wouldn't have been my decision. Wouldn't have been something I chose to do. But hey, I can only control me, right? Yep. Good thing that's all I'm worried about is me. But all of you have an amazing evening. Do something fun. Make memories because it can all be gone in the blink of an eye. We all know that, right? We're no strangers. We're all menopausal mamas. Our lives are coming to an end. I'm healthier and more in shape now at 50 than I was at 25. Believe that. I was a big old stoner back then. Eating Dr. Pepper and Cool Ranch Doritos and Caramellos 24/7. Yeah, give me the estrogen. That double stacked estrogen. I just gave myself away. I'm glad you're all here. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all of you that are going to listen to it on the replay. Love your faces, bitches. And I will see you next time. Be safe, everyone. Bye.